Hey guys, my name is Stephanie Brown and you're watching Creative Guzzle. February, the month of love and romance, of chocolate and wine, of roses and hearts. Last year, my Valentine's Day consisted of a movie marathon of Princess Bride, Stardust, and one of my personal favorites, Warm Bodies, and a lot of White Zinfandel. This year, once again, there appears to be a movie coming out that combines romance with the undead in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Who would have thought that zombies would go so well with romantic movies? Tonight's drink is a bloodletter. I wanted to make something kind of Georgian classy with wine, but also have a bit of a bite to it. Cheers! And have a bite to it, it does. But that's really good. I have to make this again. If you want the recipe for this drink, as always, there'll be a link down below in the doobly-doo. Otherwise, you can click this little info button right up here. So this video isn't going to be so much of a how-to as it is discussing something that bothers me a little bit. And that is, not every story needs to have a romantic subplot to it. How could you say such a thing just a week before Valentine's Day? I know, how dare I? But it's true. You don't always need to have a romantic subplot in your story. But honestly, I'm getting kind of tired of seeing so many action movies, science fiction movies, thrillers, what have you, where the male and female protagonists end up getting together by the end of the movie, or at the very least, making out. This, of course, doesn't apply if your story is a romance. And it seems like it happens in almost every one of them. You keep using that plot device. I do not think it means what you think it means. And yes, on some level, I get it. The intense adrenaline of running for your life could leave some people feeling happy to be alive and get their loins a-lurchin'. But, as Sandra Bullock likes to point out to Keanu Reeves in the movie Speed, relationships built on intense experiences never work. So why do they keep happening? You can't honestly tell me that these people are always attracted to each other every single time. You don't need to have romantic subplots in your stories. In fact, some of my favorite movies have almost no romance in them at all. Pacific Rim is a great example. I mean, yes, Mako Mori does check out Rowling when he doesn't have a shirt on, but what single straight female wouldn't? But they make it to the end of the movie without kissing or almost kissing or even showing any kind of romantic interest in each other whatsoever. And no, I'm not saying don't have any romance in your stories at all. I'm just saying if you're going to have romance in there, please make sure that it makes sense for your characters and for their arc, and also that it develops naturally. Heck, even in most of my own stories, the male and female protagonists rarely end up getting together by the end of the movie, unless it's necessary for the character's story arc. For example, Eve in my Demonic Apocalypse story, The End, has to learn how to let people in and have relationships again, so her developing a romance with one of the other characters makes sense for her arc. But most of my other stories, there's not a whole lot of romance. I mean, other than The End, there's Legend of the Orbs, but that's a trilogy and nothing really happens until the third movie, so does that even count? Okay, I guess I'm planning on putting a romantic plotline into Nebula, but that's because I'm adapting it into a show from a movie, so I have more room for it, and also because I just came up with a new character who I think needs that romantic plotline. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not by any means saying that I have a problem with romantic stories. If I did, I wouldn't be watching K-dramas as much as I do. Almost Paradise! Do, 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 do. But I do think that it'd actually be more refreshing to see two people who get along with each other and trust each other, but have no romantic interest in each other at all. Just saying. But speaking of love, I forgot to share with you guys these two pieces of love that I received a few weeks ago. The first is, I got my first fan art! Look, it's me! Isn't it cute? I love it so much! And the other thing is this, my princess bathrobe. It's actually a bathrobe, not a dress. One of my Facebook friends, who I've never actually met in person, sent it to me and I love it. One other thing, I just finished painting a new banner for my channel over the weekend, which you should check out because I quite like how it turned out. So what are your thoughts on romantic subplots? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button, share it around with your friends. You can also check out more videos by clicking over here. And don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on future Creative Guzzle videos. Stay excellent to each other. If you're wondering why I did Valentine's Day this week instead of next week, you'll find out next week.